Ice Cube's talent and hard work have made him one of the most popular names in music in Hollywood.
The world is mine, near get back.
Along with being a pioneer in rap with other heavyweights like Dr. Dre,
Straight out of Compton, it's a crazy brother named Ice Cube.
he's also enjoyed success at the box office, both as a popular actor and behind-the-scenes producer. And now he's combining his passion for basketball and business to build a 3-on-3 league with some of the NBA's all-time greats, the Big Three.
The rise of the Big Three has been really incredible to watch, and this is something that in a lot of ways came out of your own passion for the game and also just wanting to see some of these great players continue with their careers. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of like the perfect storm in a way, because as a fan, I love basketball, of course. I grew up playing a lot of 3-on-3, more 3-on-3 than 5-on-5. And I've always loved that version of basketball, and I always wondered why I wasn't ever elevated to the pro level. So that idea kind of stayed dormant in my head for years until Kobe scored 60 points in his last game. And I realized there was nowhere to watch this guy play again. And I want to see a lot of guys play again. And so that's how we really thought about, like, yo, this could be real if we can get former NBA players that still got juice in the tank to play, then we might have a good league here.
And it's one thing to have an idea, it's another to execute. And you are a successful entrepreneur, so how did you take this idea and really get things going, turn this into a real business?
A lot of hard work, you know, one step at a time. My partner, Jeff Quantness, he's been my partner in crime on this. And we've just, you know, we realize what it takes. You know, we plan out what it would take to do this, and you know, after you get the plan, it's all about execution. It's all about getting in business with the right people. We brought the right people on, like Amy Trask, you know, our legal team, Mark Garagos, bringing in Clyde Drexler as our commissioner. You know, FS1 stepping up, and Fox wanting to be a part of the Big Three, Adidas deal. All these things are the steps that we had to, you know, take baby steps to get to. And we're here. We still got a lot of work to do, but we're in a good place.
When you think about startups today, you know, a lot of people look to the world of technology and they say, hey, you can start a business and it can be global overnight. Now, in the case of the Big Three, I know you've got some global ambitions. I mean, how big do you think this could be?
It could be as big as any sport that we have. You know, I envision, you know, one day a World Cup kind of 3-on-3 basketball. 3-on-3 is an Olympic sport now, so countries have to invest in it, and we have the pro version of it. So, you know, to start a Big Three China or Big Three Brazil, South America, Big Three Europe, I think we're moving in the right directions to create our vision. You know, if we can have the champion from China and the champion from South America, and the champion from the UK come and play in our summer league as a team, then we'll have interest from the whole world looking to see what's going on with the Big Three.
You know, you've always been an artist and an entrepreneur. How has that helped you over your career? Because it was true early in the music days. It was true in your seamless transition to the world of Hollywood, where I think a lot of people obviously know your on-screen work. Fewer people know about the success of Cube Vision, all the movies that you've successfully produced. How has that relationship of artist and entrepreneur worked for you?
Pretty good, you know, but I think it goes back to my days. You know, when we first started with N.W.A, you know, with the kind of music we was doing, we didn't know if we was gonna take off or we was just gonna be just local street heroes. So I had to fall back on some. So I went to school for architectural drafting. And in that, it teaches you that you have to have a plan before you can build anything. And a lot of us really like to just start building. We think of something we want to start building, but it taught me that you have to have a plan first, and then you can execute any building. So that's how I've looked at a career, or I've looked at projects, or I looked at doing something this big like the BIG3. You gotta lay out the plan first, and then it's all about executing. And it's all about finding the right people to do what it takes. And that's helped me more than anything.
And you mentioned a lot of those great partners you have for BIG3. I mean, if you think about clothing, music, movies, and now BIG3, you've cut a lot of deals over the years. What have you learned? Like, what's the art of the deal for Ice Cube?
It is being able to walk away from the wrong deal. I don't think you could be too anxious to make a deal. And you have to really figure out what the person that you're dealing with desires. What do they really want out of this project or this situation? So you got to do your homework and be firm and believe in what you're saying. And like I said, you got to be willing to walk away.
Just a final question, Cube. You've accomplished a lot over your career, but you're an ambitious person. What still haven't you done that you would like to do in the world of business?
You know, more philanthropy work. You know, I want to do more ways to give back, figure out ways to help the less fortunate. Just kind of use, you know, what God has blessed me with to be able to bless other people, or to just put a smile on their face. So, you know, that's what I want to work on, you know, on different ways on giving back.